how can you use the undesirable behaviour of others to better inform the creation of your own reality? And how do you step away from a place of judgment of that undesirable behaviour and refocus your attention on yourself and your own desires? Well, this is what today's video is all about, and I have got 6 tips for you that's going to take you through this process. So let's jump straight into it. So the first thing that we want to do is we want to recognise what it is that we don't like. We want to observe what is the behaviour of this person, the approach, the attitude, the opinions. What is it that we don't like, okay? And we want to get kind of comfortable sat in that place. There's nothing wrong with contrast, okay? And we need to start using contrast in a really helpful way rather than trying to avoid it, because it's actually a really powerful tool. So when you're in a situation where somebody's behaving in a way that you don't like, or they're saying something that, is maybe triggering you, whatever it is that's going on in that experience, you want to first of all become conscious of it. Become conscious that it's something that you don't like, that there's something there that is undesirable to you, and you want to just recognize it. Sit and understand what it is that you don't like. And then this is where we move on to the next step, which is, so normally once you've recognized what it is that you don't like, that's when we start to then move into a place of judgment of that person. And it's almost like our brain is needing to put an explanation onto it. It's like, well, I don't like this thing about this person, or I don't like their approach or their behavior. And I need to sort of almost like internalize why. And by doing that, that's when we start to become judgmental of the other person. So in order to move away from that, what we need to do is move on to the next step, which is to give ourselves something else to focus on. Now, I think the reason why we step into judgment a lot is because we recognize we don't like something, and then we just sit in judgment. We don't really know where else to kind of take our mind with that thought. So recognize that judgment is starting to come up, and again, there's nothing wrong with it. It's kind of like a habit that we've just formed. But notice when it starts to come up and say, okay, I know I can move away from that. And what you want to do to move away from it is you want to refocus your attention on what it is that you do want. So we know from the behavior that this person is displaying, the experience that we're having, that there's something coming up for us that we don't like. And this is a really good way to inform us of what it is that we do want. So instead of stepping into judgment, which doesn't help anybody, it doesn't serve you in any way, move your thoughts into, what do I want? What is this experience informing me about what it is I do want in my reality? Because once we know what we don't want, it means we know what it is that we do want. And then we move on to the next step, which is to really anchor in that vibration of what we want. So really think about, what do I want? What is it that I desire here? There's something that I don't like, and it's informing me about what I really do desire in my reality. And just sit with that for a moment. Really think into, what is it I want? What is it I want to experience? What is it I want to feel? And anchor that in. Don't just let it be like a fleeting kind of thought. Let's really give this desire momentum and energy in your experience, in your reality. And so try and get into those kind of feelings, those emotions with what it is that you desire, because emotions are they're the strongest form of energy that's going to pull that desire to you, and get into that really good feeling place with it. So then the next step that we want to do is we want to then sit in a place of gratitude. We want to be thankful for this contrast, because we've just started our day, or we've, been at a point in our day where this contrast has come up for us. There's something undesirable in somebody else or in another experience that could have really led us down a path of lower vibration. It could have really affected our whole day, but we have changed that around. We have turned that around and used it as a powerful tool to inform more clarity to further create our reality and to bring in the desires that we want. So thank that experience. I mean, you can even thank that person. You don't have to physically thank them, but in your head, that person behaving in that way that was undesirable to you has actually allowed you to gain more clarity on what you want in your life. It's actually helped you. So sit in a place of gratitude with that. And then the next step that you want to move on to is to just move on from it. Okay, so you can then leave that experience where it is. You know, you can then carry about your day. You know, don't sit and dwell again about the undesirable behavior. It's about really keeping a conscious mind on where you're focusing, because this is the key. It's where your focus goes is what comes into your reality. So don't take that experience and keep focusing on the undesirable behavior. Shift your focus to focusing on what that undesirable behavior caused you to want in your life. And as I said, the feeling and the emotion of that desire of the thing you want, take that with you for the rest of the day and focus on that and leave the experience behind. Move on from it. And so this is just a quick way that you can step out of that place of judgment and use it to gain further clarity on what it is that you want to consciously create in your reality. Thank you for watching. I'm loving creating these videos. If you're enjoying them as well, I really do appreciate the thumbs up. It all goes a long way. And if you're new here, hello, make sure you hit the subscribe button and tap that notification bell, because I release videos every Sunday and any other time that I feel the inspiration to. And as you can see, I am in my car today. I've got my little one asleep behind me here, because this is mum life. This is my reality at the moment, which I'm actually quite loving, that I'm able to do something that I enjoy, that lights me up. I love creating this content and these videos, whilst I also get to be mum and enjoy all of that aspect as well. So you might see some interesting locations popping up on camera. But anyway, I will leave you with that. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.